Welcome back to dmNorthTV. We are here on December 13th, 2022 to continue our adventure with Exit the Game, the Advent Calendar, the Hunt for the Golden Book.
We're still stuck on yesterday, though.
First things first, we might have been a little ranty yesterday at the end of the riddle because we were angry that we had to go find stuff that we thought we threw away. Then we reviewed the instructions that specifically say, under this bold part right here,
That we read.
the second point, it says, keep all of the game material until you have completed the last day of the Advent Calendar. Do not throw anything away. You may have to use it again.
To be fair, we did not throw anything away. However, we're supposed to remember that one little sentence in 3 pages of instructions that we read 12 days prior.
I'm just saying we may have
I'm
been,
still salty.
we may have been in the wrong. It's very possible.
Still salty. Moving on.
But yes, today's a new day. I think
Is it though? I'm still real mad.
We're officially in the 12 days of Christmas now, I guess. Is this the first day of Christmas then? 'Cause there's only 12 days left of this.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it. End of the rant.
It's looking pretty,
Yeah,
jagged.
that I think we kind of destroyed this thing yesterday
We pulled out
out of
every
anger.
little card,
Our
and
Discord-
snippet of everything ever.
Can I have the story?
used. Sure. Would you like all the previous
Yeah,
12 stories?
we grabbed all the other ones, we put them back in the book. Because
Because even the wording
just
was
in
like,
case.
Turn back.
just in
It tells us to rip it out. So, okay, sorry. I'll be done now.
This is how you know we're live recording them. 'Cause
I was fine until we started.
13th of December. There it is again. That strange feeling that has come over you several times this night. It's as if you recognize something here. But what could it be? The room you have now entered is a chemical laboratory. As soon as you realize that, you feel uncomfortable, and not just because of the large poster on the wall. Granted, the periodic table of elements brings back bad memories of your school days, but that's not it. You've since learned that science is cool. Who writes this? No, your discomfort comes from being in the lab not long ago. Do we work in a lab? Apparently an experiment went badly wrong here. It looks as if something may have exploded fairly recently. The floor and walls are riddled with enormous cracks, and glass shards are scattered on the floor. Several of the halogen lamps on the ceiling have broken, and those left bathe the chaos in the laboratory in a diffused light. Even the digital clock on the wall seems to be broken. You look closer. It is indeed stopped, and only part of the LED is still intact. And what is that stuff over on the table? Could these brightly colored petri dishes be the cause of the catastrophe? There's no one in sight to ask, so you keep looking around. Finally, you find a couple of sticky notes on the floor. Of course you do. You pick them up and take a closer look. Open door 13 now. Nothing on the back. So I'm going to put this aside and not throw it away. For the record.
I'm also still annoyed that the stupid little frame around the letter, like we were supposed to recognize that?
Yeah, I know.
That's a bit of a stretch, people.
Okay, let's do the inspection of the...
Oh boy. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, good news is I can hand you the phone and you can look. The poor people at home have to wait till I edit it. I don't think there's any...
Ceiling, floor, anything there?
Oh, there's lights. So I'll let you...
And floor? Nothing on
I'll
the
let you
floor?
peek. I didn't look at the floor. Oh, Lord. There's...
Why not?
Okay. 2:15 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Samples analyzed in the laboratory. Professor Erwin Katzwich, team leader. I think these we might have to go in... No, these are in order. Okay. 5:20 a.m. to 6:10 a.m. Halogen lamps changed in the laboratory. Borean Fleeg, facility manager. 7:55 a.m. Message. One of the samples has exploded and destroyed parts of the laboratory. Luckily, nobody was in the lab at the time. It is still unclear exactly when the explosion took place. Dr. Jana Chinsky, chemist. So I think I need to figure out when it exploded. 9:28 a.m. The investigation of samples from the laboratory has shown that the blast took place more than 3 hours ago. Nikola Resell Factory Fire Service.
Well, if this puzzle is as convoluted as the last,
Well, what do we got in here? Oh, there's a time. There's a clock.
Yeah, but it's kind of broken.
Do I have a better picture of that?
Yeah, like 5:22 or something, 3:22.
And anything on...
And then like all those colored petri dishes must be something.
And the lights, there's certain ones that are burnt out.
Yeah.
And what's on there? There's like a comic book poster on there. Periodic table of elements. And footprints on the floor. Which I don't think say anything. And then, yeah, the lights. There's a couple burnt out in a weird pattern, which again, I don't know that that's important. Okay, so we've got... Where's our clock?
So I'm guessing our code is the time, whatever.
Probably. So we know... So we need to find exactly when the explosion took place. So do you want to write out... Do we want to write out the clock? So it was more than 3 hours ago. So it had to happen at the latest 6:28.
So it has to be earlier than 6:28, right?
Yes.
Earlier.
But it was okay at 6:10.
So this happened somewhere.
Because this guy was in there.
So between 6:10 and 6:28. So our code is going to start with a 6.
It had to happen at 6 something. If it was more... The investigation of samples from the laboratory has shown that the blast took place more than 3 hours ago. And that was 9:28 a.m. So it has to be... 6:28 is the latest it could have happened.
Absolute latest.
Message. One of the samples has exploded and destroyed parts of the laboratory. Luckily, nobody was in the lab at the time. So nobody was in the lab, so we know that it was fine here.
So how the heck do we narrow it down?
But there's footprints. Does that matter? Or are we like going down the rabbit hole
And
again?
like, what's the point of this card? Like, it doesn't tell us anything then?
Not really. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at that wall again. So there's something on the wall that's busted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna steal the box. I know we have the pictures, but sometimes the box is good too.
Okay, well, I'll just share my pictures with the people at home. Or I'll leave them on the screen, one of the two. What is that broken thing on the side?
I don't know. And like, why are all the petri dishes different colors? Is that anything?
We have nothing to go on colors.
No. And what's the comic book? Can we make that out? Captain Science.
Is it Captain Science? I need to get a better picture of that because I can't read that on my picture. Captain Science. I would read that comic book. Wait a minute.
So we know because the time is frozen, like there's certain digits that can't be a 1, it can't be a 7. You know what I mean? Like, if
well, here's
that's
the other
time
thing
that we're trying to.
Here's the other thing that, again, I don't know if we're reading into it, but it says maybe when the lamps exploded. Okay, so 6:10, this person left the laboratory.
And all was well, right?
According to what we know. We have to be detectives, man. It's the job for Batman. So yeah, I think we got to look at what numbers it could be.
So are we fairly confident the first number is a 6 then?
It has to be.
Although it could also be a 5.
No.
Because
from 5:20
Oh,
to
right.
6:10. There was someone in the lab.
So the first one has to be a 6 then.
Changed lamp in the
The
laboratory.
second digit, it can't be a 1.
Is it possible? No, they would have mentioned that it exploded here, right? That's the story.
I don't know.
Okay,
Is
so
there anything more in the actual story that would help us with this? There's no times given there.
no,
is
there's
there?
nothing bold, no nothing.
Okay.
Could
To be honest, I usually kind of don't listen.
what? I take all this time to read it and you don't even listen? That
Sorry.
is super hurtful.
They haven't proved to be.
Several halogen lamps in
needed
the ceiling have
except for
broken,
yesterday.
and those left bathe the chaos with a diffused light.
See, why is it asking what's that stuff all over the table?
What's that stuff all over the table?
Those are all the different colored dishes.
Yeah, but they don't look broken or anything.
No.
Except the footprints are
What are
green.
the sticky notes on the floor? Are these?
Oh, maybe. Because there aren't any.
Finally, you find a couple sticky notes on the floor. You pick them up and take a closer look. So
That must be, our
it
clues must be the sticky
card.
notes.
Okay.
Because I don't see any actual sticky notes on the floor.
Okay, so are we going back to the time and just seeing like what the second digit? It can be.
The first
It
one.
can't be a 0. It can't be a 1. It could be a 2. It can't be a 3.
No, it can't be a 3.
Right? Like, is that what we have to figure out?
Okay, so we're saying the first one is a 6,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
It can't be 0.
Because we're assuming
Yes.
that this guy was fine from 5 to 6, right? Okay.
Okay. So
Actually, why don't
let's
we?
slide this up a little bit?
Hang on. Let's zoom in our clues so people can actually read them. Oh, you can actually read them. Look at that.
Cool beans.
Okay, so we are saying we need to find out exactly when. That's in bold, so I feel that is what the 3 numbers we're looking for. The fire investigator said it exploded 3 hours before 9:28, which would be the latest 6:28. So we know it blew up before this, which it says right there. Something blew up. Nobody was in the laboratory. The last person in the laboratory before
We don't even know
6:28.
if we're right, so we don't need to really be.
No, we're
right.
talking it through like Columbo and all those. Oh, that's an old reference. I'm sorry. So we are looking at the clock, which has digits partially there.
Little.
Well, I'm gonna put it on screen.
Yeah.
I'll make it big.
So that first number can definitely be a 6. That's kind of what we narrowed it down to.
I think it has to be a 6.
It has to be a 6.
Okay.
So then the second digit, we know it cannot be a 0. It cannot be a 1. It could be a 2.
So it's not a
It
1.
can't be a 3. It can't be a 4.
No, 2 is the only number it
It
can be.
No, it could be.
No, 6:28 is the latest. It blew up.
Oh.
So it's not a 1. It's not a 0.
So we're going to.
It has to be a 2. So this last number, 6:28.
And again, it can't be a 0, 1. It could be a 2. It can't be a 3. It can't be a 4. It can't be a 5. It can't be a 6.
Can't be a 7.
It
Could be an 8.
Be an 8.
So are we just dumb
628?
620?
No, that's too.
Or we said it could be, or 622 could be an answer as well.
Yeah.
So are we just guessing between 2 numbers?
Yeah.
It's not 628.
No.
There's no way. Okay, we're on here.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, go to
It
622.
won't matter because. Oh wait, it might.
It might. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, that was way easier than it should have been. We took way too long because we were thinking it was going to be more complicated. How can they have ones like this, and then ones like
We're still ranting, are we?
Are we not?
Take the victory.
Like the level of difficulty here is extreme. Would you not?
Yeah,
agree?
no, this one was extremely.
That was so easy. We're looking for like, oh, difficult, when all we had to go was, well, what numbers could these be?
Yeah.
That we would have taken 5 seconds. But based on yesterday and other days that are like much more elaborate.
Yes. So
So there.
that is that is December 13th, and that went a little bit better than last time.
A
Thanks.
little, but like that's so easy that no.
I'm hoping the ranting will be done by tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. See you tomorrow. Bye.